What's up, folks? It's Mr. Roll Ready, your favorite driving instructor, and today I'm going to be showing you how to get inside of that vehicle and set it up properly so that you're hitting the road safe and returning back home the same way. We're going to take a look at setting up those mirrors, setting up that seat, making sure the steering wheel is set up properly, and that your foot is positioned properly on those pedals. Let's take a look at how I'm directing other students to do it and how you yourself can improve those driving behaviors and set yourself up right behind the wheel. Let's take a look at it.
Oh, I'm sorry I'm 2 minutes late.
You good, you good. How you feel today?
Good.
Okay. Adjusting your seat should be the first thing you do when you get in the vehicle so that your mirrors and your foot position on that pedal are comfortable for you so that you could accelerate and brake smoothly. When we're talking about adjusting that seat, make sure that you know exactly where those controls are located at and what they do to that chair. You're going to want to be pressing the horizontal button forward so that you're pushing that chair closer to that steering wheel. You can also press this to go further down if you're a taller individual, or you could press this to go up if you're shorter so that you can see past that steering wheel. You can also use this vertical adjustment so that you're pushing that back rest closer to that steering wheel, and of course further away. And what you'll notice also is your lumbar button. This will help to adjust that lower back arch. So if you have an arch in that lower back, you want to make sure that you are pressing down on these buttons on the side of the vehicle to be able to control where you're setting that seat up at. So now that your seat is set up properly, let's take a look at how we control those mirrors and place them exactly where we need them at. Inside of this 2020 Ford Fusion, you'll notice the directional buttons, and above those directional buttons, you choose which mirror you want to manipulate. After you begin to manipulate those mirrors, make sure that you can see everything to the side of that vehicle, and keep also those door handles right on the inside of that mirror. When we're looking for that back mirror, make sure that you can clearly see everything through the center of that back windshield. Again, when you're looking for that passenger side, make sure you choose that mirror and then begin to manipulate it with those directional buttons. Again, we want to make sure that we can see everything to the side of that vehicle, and also make sure that we're keeping those door handles right there on the inside portion of that mirror so that we can also have a perspective of where our vehicle is before we get out there on the road. Let's finish up. Next, I want to see your foot on those pedals. Are you pressing down with your big toe, and your heel is in position to swivel that foot from pedal to pedal? I don't want you picking that foot up. I want that heel to allow you to swivel it back and forth. You feel that? And I want that big toe pressing through the center of it. Now let's take a look at my big toe. Notice how I put my heel in a position to be able to swivel that big toe from the accelerator to that brake pedal. And also notice how I'm keeping that big toe right there through the center of both that accelerator and gas pedal. You want to make sure that you are practicing this so that you are smoothly pressing down on both that accelerator and brake pedal, and not picking your foot up and transitioning it back and forth. That's only going to create some problems for you later on. Put that heel in position and make sure you can swivel that big toe through the center of both pedals. Also, keep in mind that we do not use our left foot to drive vehicles. Make sure that that left foot is over near the dead pedal, or the space provided for that left foot all the way to the left. Get that sucker out of here. We don't need it. You know what I'm saying? So adjust your seat and everything so that you can do that, and that'll make sense for you. Now it's time to make sure that steering wheel is right. Let's take a look at how we are adjusting that steering wheel so that we can see over it and that it's at least 10 to 12 inches away from our body. Okay, so adjusting this steering wheel is pretty easy. You're going to want to look up underneath this right-hand side, press down on that lever so that it's released, and then you'll be able to press it up, down, left, right, push it in, bring it towards you. The goal is to be able to see over that steering wheel to the road, and to also make sure that that airbag don't knock your teeth out if you're in fact too close to it. So make sure that you're about 10 to 12 inches away from that steering wheel and that you can clearly see over it. Hopefully this video helped you to learn how to get inside of the vehicle and get yourself set up correctly. That way you're nice and comfortable before you get out there on the road and attempt to take either your road test or any driving maneuvers. Make sure you stay safe and get that car set up correctly.